Whoo, damn! There's a lot of ass. There's a lot of sexual innuendos. I know I said that wrong. And boy, is Group A just kicking ass. Group A is kicking ass. Now, before I start this review slash recap, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you got to remember all the people who go to this school are gifted. They all have something to bring to the table. And especially this tournament, whoever's in this tournament, do not look down upon. We saw that with Megumi. We see it again. Before I get to that moment, let's talk a little bit of the people that we did get to see in this episode. I gotta say, I absolutely love this episode. I absolutely love what Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma episode 23 is doing. Because guess what? I think it's like I'm watching an actual tournament, or even like, and not a tournament episode, maybe it's just a simple episode. What they do well, what they do so well, is that they explain to you. You think you're going to get bored with the explanation, but you're fascinated by it. You're loving the reaction. Honestly, you see this every time you watch anime. You see people, explaining the technique this certain person is using, and it's mostly fighting or jutsus. But with Shokugeki no Soma, what they do, and it's new, and it's something you haven't seen before, is they do it with food. And the explanations these characters give, the reaction these characters give, it just intrigues you. It brings you in. It makes you want more, just like the dishes that are served this episode. Now let's talk about Rio. Rio is Alice's aide, basically. We get a smidge, a little flashback of his flashback, a little of his story, of his flashback, of his background story. I want more. I want to know about this guy, Rio. I think he's a badass. He's a beast when he puts that bandana on. Just like Soma, he's there to kick ass. And he's there to put some food into Natsusumi, the judge. Oh, Natsusumi, man. She was just getting it all over the place. I mean, food-wise. Food, of course. She definitely had how many orgasms in this episode. She definitely was tired out, tuckered out, but she's got 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds, baby. But Rio, man, Rio was a badass in this episode. I want to know more about him. He was definitely one of the top score. 93 points. His dish was lovely with the drop. The ending where he says, put a little bit of drop in that lobster and slurp that baby down. Slurp that down, Natsumi. Slurp that down. I mean, that was oh, Rio, man. Rio's badass. And when he takes the bandana off, he's calm, cool, and collective. Ryoko. Now, Ryoko in Polar Star, that's the redhead. I knew she was going to come out with a dish. She looks very confident. I think there's more to Ryoko than we thought, because there's a certain little scene where she's not happy with that score. She knows she could do better. I got to say, Ryoko, your body looking banging. That's all I'm going to say. But her dish as well was very great. I think she came in third. I believe third. But before that, I'm going to get to the other character because I kind of skipped over this character. But Ryoko did a great job. She did a lot more than I expected with the stickiness and the goo, her kind of dish. I was wondering what that black thing she was doing while prepping it. Mito, I love Mito. And I love the relationship that Mito has with Soma. I love how she's so strong and so out there and honestly, has that honest opinion. And then Don RS is like rooting for her, and it's hilarious. But I love Mito. I think, and they said Mito has evolved. She's gotten stronger, especially hanging out with Soma. And I do like those two relationships. Like I said, I would love to see those two, if not romantic wise, at least cook with each other in the kitchen, because they have great chemistry there. But she presented a meat dish that looked delicious. She tied for third, I believe, too, as well. Because these other two tied for second, I believe, because I'm trying to get these all in order. And that is Mori-chan. Morishi, or whatever his name is, the one with the glasses, who's always passing out. This guy was a sleeper. He's a fantasy football player. Even though he's not a football player, he's that sleeper. He's that genius. He's that intellectual genius. And we get introduced to another character. Don't remember her name, but she's in the same pretty much team as him. And Morty, I'm gonna call him Morty. Morty presents a dish, and it's white. It's potatoes. It looks simple, but looks good. Kills it, man. He kills it. He rocks it. He gets second place. I mean, he knew that everybody was going to look down upon him, but he's there for a reason. A lot of people probably watched a couple episodes before the tournament and said, why is this guy even in here? But this is what I'm talking about. If he's in a tournament, he means business. He is a contender. Just like Megumi, you do not turn your back on these sleepers. And Ibusuki, we finally see what he could do. He has that smoked dish. Like everything he has is smoked, and it's a whiff of it. I mean, he's just the smoke master, basically. That's what they call him, and he kills it as well. He ties with Morty. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody else? I think that's about it. That's about it. I'm trying to think. It was a long episode. I won't lie. It was quite a long episode. It definitely, but it was very entertaining. I couldn't stop watching. I love this episode. I love the fact that now we get Soma and now we get Akira, and those two that's what we want to see. We want to see what Soma comes up with, and we want to see this curry master. His aromas, his spices. He knows what he's doing. He'll probably hit that top number one, and Soma maybe second. Who knows? Soma, Akira, it's gonna be phenomenal. Love everything about it. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe and check out all my videos, all my Food Wars videos, and Shokugeki no Soma under my playlist, anime reviews. Like the video, well, if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear all your guys' response to this episode, because it was a really damn good episode, and I'm really enjoying the series. I don't want it to end. I don't know how long it's going for, but I don't want it to end. Thank you. I'm Daniel Man, aka Daniel's son, and I'm out.